Well, hey there, bud.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
We're-
You know, I'm actually really excited about today
Why is that?
because we get to finally talk a little bit about you. Because I feel
Oh.
like last time we talked a lot about me.
We did.
And it was all about me and my
It
beautiful
was.
trip to Europe.
It
and
was.
everything. Now we
Well, I
to
need
talk
to let
about
you have your moments once in a while.
I know, but now we get to talk about you
Sure. Yeah.
because we can kind of talk about it now, maybe depending on exactly when this airs.
Yeah.
We've talked about it just a little bit. We've hinted at it.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're amongst a celebrity here. Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm. A wizard of baking.
Wizard of baking.
Wizard of baking. Put that on my resume now.
Your boy Tex over here was on a show, or will be on a show.
Well, I think when we drop this episode, we'll be in the midst of the season.
Tell us a little bit about it. Tell us about your experience. Tell us about.
Sure.
Were you a fan of the Harry Potter?
Oh,
before?
huge fan.
You read all the books?
I read all the books. I
Okay.
came out when I was in middle school is when the books came out, and then the movie started coming out in '99, I think. So I was a huge fan. So I got to go to London, and we got to film a TV show, which is a baking cake competition show, and we got to be on the sets that they filmed the movies on.
So wait, you actually...
So like where they filmed the movie, certain scenes, we got to do showpieces on those sets.
Oh, that's pretty fucking tight.
So that was pretty cool. Got to be in London.
All this is still news to me because he couldn't tell me about anything.
I couldn't say anything, and I still can't say much. But depending on when this airs, the first episode airs on the 14th.
November 14th.
November 14th. It is, I believe it's a 6-week series. Got to meet some incredible pastry chefs and bakers and cake decorators. Got to be in London. So yeah, that's kind of what I can talk about. As the show airs, we do have a potential guest coming on the podcast that we'll film with. And then be on the lookout if you follow our podcast, our social media, or if you follow me, Bake with Tex, on both TikTok and Instagram. I'll have stuff up on there throughout the time that I was out there. So,
okay, I know you can't talk about a lot.
I can't talk about too much. Yeah.
Okay, but how do you prepare for something like this? Because this isn't like these were showpieces, right?
Correct.
Like this is just a bunch of showpieces that you guys had to do.
Correct. Yeah, they were
for the
classified
most part, right?
as showpieces. Yeah.
So how do you prepare for that? And I'm not knocking you before you get all the fucking defensive.
That I don't really do that for a living.
You do a lot more bread. You are a bread baker.
And pastry chef.
You
That's my background.
You do the yeast.
I do.
And the sours.
Yeah, I'm a bread baker. That's what I really enjoy doing. But I am also trained as a pastry chef. So plated desserts, confections, petit fours, things like that. So I got to be with an incredible person that was a partner. So it was a team event. Mm-hmm. There are tasting components to all the challenges that you're on. So it's not just about the showpiece; it's about the tasting elements as well. And I think that preparing oneself for this, I will tell you, everything was completely legit in terms of when you see the show. And the time frames that they give you, it is completely legit, and you have that a lot of time. It's more so, a lot of it is going into it with a wheelhouse of what you know, right? So like when it came to certain challenges in terms of tastings or what a showpiece, and this is any show, what a showpiece should look like or what a showpiece should taste like. It really comes down to experience, and it comes down to what you know, because there isn't like, I'm going to go to the library and see and pull out this recipe or pull out that recipe. Right? Like when you're in it, you're in it, and you just kind of have to know what you need to make.
Like if you're working with isomalt, you need to know how to work with isomalt.
Correct. Yeah. If you're tempering chocolate, you need to know how to temper chocolate. And if you're, the proper way to cast a truffle, and the proper way to build an entremet, and the proper way to stack a cake, and those things, just you have to know how to do them. So
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at a situation that happened that we won't comment on about a cake and you. Did you put the dowels in at this time?
Are you talking about another show that I did? Yeah. So for those that don't know, this is my third show I've done for the Food Network. And a couple of years ago, I was on Holiday Wars, which is about Christmas or the holidays. I don't know if you can say just solely Christmas. It was about Christmas, but one of the first episode that I'm on, it's a team of 3 people, and we build this gigantic wave. The theme was Santa, and you had to bring Santa and a magical creature. And if during the holiday season, what would they be doing? So we did Santa and the Easter Bunny surfing on a wave, and the wave and the Easter Bunny and the Santa combined had to be 5 or 6 feet tall. And so the process of stacking a cake that tall is you got to put supports throughout the entire way. You got to put pieces of cardboard or dowels or whatnot. And for some reason, the back portion of the cake did not have any of this. And so as time went on, because the wave was one of the first things we built. And so as time, and on top of it, you're underneath lights, then the studio starts to get hot. And then we put the surfboard on, and then we put the 2 figures on there, and you're adding weight. And in the middle of the judging, the wave just collapses. The back end of the wave.
It shit out.
It shit out.
It shit out. And I didn't know because you couldn't say anything.
Yeah.
And I watched it, and then I immediately go, I texted you, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Yeah. So that was the season that I was on was season 4, and that happens in the first episode. And it actually happens in the elimination round. So out of the 3 teams, only 2 will be going on. And luckily, we made it past that round on my tasting element. So for those that always question, is it just about the visuals? The tasting element is a big portion of these kinds of competitions as well. So, but yeah, I got to work with some amazing other people, pastry chefs, bakers, cake decorators, people that I will consider to be friends for forever. And then my partner, Miko, on the show, super talented. I don't think he knows. He's one of those people that doesn't realize how talented he is.
No, it's fucking insane.
And
it's
and when you tell him he's talented,
inhuman.
Yeah, and when you tell him he's talented, he just doesn't believe it. So he actually, you actually will get to know about him via the show. So
get excited, guys.
Yeah. So November 14th. This is a Thursday. Thursday is the first episode. So. We'll see how far I get on it.
And you enjoy doing these things?
I do. I don't do them very often. I'm always leery of doing shows just because, number one, you're putting yourself out there. And
it's
to be completely honest, you never know what's going to happen, right? And so in the Beat Bobby Flay show that I did, my pot de creme doesn't set, and so I'm giving judges basically white chocolate soup. In the Holiday Wars, the back of the cake falls out, and then in another episode, I have to cook with rutabaga, and so you never know what's going to happen. And the last thing you want is to look like a complete asshole to people. But then again, you have to look at on the flip side of all the people that they could choose to be on the show. They're selecting you for some reason. And so I'm grateful for that. But yeah, this was probably, I've enjoyed doing all the shows that I've done. This one was by far leaps and bounds the best.
Well, this was a big production. This was...
when you're involving Harry Potter, it's going to be a big thing.
There was a lot of people. You have Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers owns the rights to Harry Potter, and so that's involved. And I just think that people, as much as they probably don't admit or want to admit or are leery of admitting at our age that they're huge Harry Potter fans. I compare Harry Potter to Star Wars in the sense of it's the film that defined a generation.
Yeah.
Star Wars defined the 70s. That everyone was I remember, and that kind of phenomenon has continued. And I think the same thing with Harry Potter. I don't think there's been anything since Star Wars, and there hasn't been anything since Harry Potter that is of this. And you have a Marvel universe, and I get it, but there's a lot that can go into that. But having one specific topic, a series of 7 books, 8 books, if you 8 movies, if you divide the last one, that have stood the test of time, and people still talk about it. They're still opening stores, Universal and the place in London, and they opened something in Tokyo, I think, that is similar to the London one.
They're doing Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
Correct. And next spring, they're opening up a Harry Potter store here in Chicago on Michigan Avenue.
Are they really?
So maybe I'll be there. I highly doubt it, but
with your wand,
my wand,
just hanging out.
Yeah.
Did you get a wand? Did they give you a wand?
I own a couple of wands. Yeah. So I own. I'm
not just picturing you and Brody, your dog, just sitting at home. He's got a wand in his mouth.
Yes.
You're just sitting there fucking with your robes on.
I have 3 wands, one of which is the Elder Wand that was gifted to me. And then the other 2
by Dumbledore
himself. And then the other 2, I don't want to announce what they are because I think based on the show, you might know what kind of wand I end up with. But I will bring it later in some episodes later of our podcast.
Okay.
And you'll see why I didn't want to announce what kind of wands I have.
God, you're so fucking cool. You got wands, man.
I got
you
wands.
And my fucking nerd wife got Harry Potter wands.
Yeah. You don't have one?
I don't
have
one.
That's shame on you.
I got some pretty cool knives,
Yeah, but I have knives and a wand. Wands, plural. So.
What do you do with the wands? That's the thing. It's like what?
I'm not walking around. I'm not walking around the house playing with them.
How about that?
I would be in Azkaban for that. But yeah, today. So we won't go too much more into the show just because
we're not trying to get sued.
Correct. And
we signed NDAs.
No, you didn't. I did.
We can say that I did. I want to be fucking cool.
But also, I don't want to ruin the surprise for what we got coming up in a couple of weeks. So, and I want everyone to go watch it.
Okay.
And tell your friends about it too.
November
14th. I think it's at 7 or 8 p.m.
Okay.
I don't know. They haven't announced the time, but I would imagine it's around prime time.
Because you're on it, so it's got to be on prime time.
100%. I mean, I'm waiting for the call for the Emmys.
That's actually his nickname, guys. It's prime time. Texera.
Yeah. I no longer wish to be referred to as Tex. It's just prime time.
Prime time.
Perfect.
I'll make that happen.
No,
I'll make a note of it. It's fine. Prime time. Prime time.
Perfect.
Do you want it spelled like thyme the herb?
Oh, that would be cool.
I'll make that one happen.
Look at that.
Oh, I got you. Don't worry. Prime time. That'll be your new name.
Yeah. Perfect.
It'll be your screen name on AOL Instant Messenger.
Do people still have that?
There's probably a version of it. No, I don't know. People use like GChat and stuff, but
or just use the phone,
or just a phone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think that
one of our colleagues actually uses GChat constantly, and I'm just like, just text me, please. I don't have that app.
I don't have it. Also, do you know people that still have an AOL?
I have an AOL email address.
Stop.
Yeah.
You have an AOL email address?
I do. I have an AOL and I have a Gmail.
Why do you have an AOL?
AOL is like where all the junk shit goes to. Like any kind of if I have a Target member, like a Target app thing, right? Or I have like my Best Buy app thing, or my Dunkin' Donuts. You
still have an active AOL account?
Hell yeah. It's where all the junk goes to.
Where do you go to AOL.com to check it?
I go to the AOL app, yeah.
There's an app?
Yeah. AOL is still relevant.
Is it though?
I mean, it still gets news. I mean, it's isn't it? It's CNN.
That's AOL?
Time Warner, yeah.
I have so
AOL. I think AOL bought Time Warner. I think, but yeah, they're still relevant. Yeah.
I can't believe you. This is news, guys. I'm not.
This is breaking news.
You have an AOL account, my guy. Like, who still has an AOL account?
I just don't see why we're knocking. It's the people that have Yahoo. People have. What other ones are there that are?
It's like you and my mom has a Hotmail account.
Oh, I never had Hotmail.
Remember that?
I never had Hotmail.
SBC Global. Remember that one too?
No.
SBC Global was another one.
No, not I remember.
Because then Comcast bought it. I don't know. Anyway.
I don't have the AOL email that I had like in high school. I legitimately, consciously made this as an adult.
What was then? It was like I Heart Breads.
No, I wasn't into baking then. I don't remember what it was, to be honest with you. But like mine now is, I'm not going to give it out loud.
Croissants and Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Mine is pretty basic now for AOL.
Got it. Can't believe you have an AOL.
I don't know why we're knocking it. I don't know why we spent 10 minutes on this now talking about AOL.
I think it's just hilarious. I mean, you can't talk about your show anymore. We're going to get sued.
I cannot.
So what else you got for me today?
Okay, perfect.
Because I remember you told me, you're like, oh, I got something for you today.
do.
And I said, cool. I have a little bit for you.
I've been reading an article. I was reading an article and it was talking about the trends. I don't know if you call it trends, but what is relevant now in the food industry, and I wanted to kind of get your take on that. And this might cause some rants out of you, so I'm not sure, but it could be a good 45 minutes of rants from Christo.
Okay. Is it like food trends?
Food trends, yeah. And like food ideas, and what's in now,
okay,
kind of thing. Are you ready?
You want my like approval?
No, I just want your thoughts on it and see if you agree with it.
Okay.
Okay, you good?
Let's go. Because these lists drive me up a wall, but let's go.
Perfect. I mean, it's just someone's opinion. It doesn't have to be, it's not the Bible.
Well, people take it as such.
Yeah, well, who are those people? The ones that have AOL emails?
I can't fucking stand you. I'm going to tell everybody.
There's only 20 people that listen to this show.
No, I'm going to tell everybody that we work with.
Oh, okay.
And people on the street that you still have an
great,
AOL.
and you're gonna get pepper sprayed.
Good.
Perfect. Is it going to be worth it?
Yes, and then I'll come rub my face on yours. Let's go.
Perfect. All right. So the first one I don't agree with, but I wanted to get your take on it, was that one, like if you're in restaurants, you're in the hospitality, like the holidays start in August. Like you should have Christmas in August.
No, we already talked about this. Let the holiday have its moment.
Sure.
We should go through, finish August, right? And be like, this is still summer.
Sure.
And then we're playing Lana Del Rey's Summertime Sadness at the end because it's all done. Yeah, I don't even know if that's what the song's about. And then we go into September and it's like everyone's cool going back to school. Then you got your Labor Day, right?
Sure.
And then October hits.
Yeah.
That's when you get your pumpkin. That's when you get your cornucopias.
Sure.
That's when you get your Halloween.
You do your online shopping for
right?
Christmas.
No, you don't know.
You don't do your online shopping for Christmas?
I go to the store. We've talked about this. I still go to the store.
But what if it's a deal that you can only find online?
I'll figure it out.
You won't get it?
I mean, I will, but like, I go to the store.
Okay. You can have
and a lot of times,
do you go at like 3 a.m?
No, I don't. I don't do the Black Friday thing.
You don't. But you don't. What if it's a great deal? You won't go to the store or won't buy it online?
No, I'll go to the store. Can I finish?
Sure. Yeah.
October, Halloween.
Yeah.
We're not buying anybody gifts.
What are you dressing up for Halloween?
I don't do Halloween.
Okay, got it.
I don't do Halloween. I will be working.
Yeah. Well, this show is going to air after Halloween.
Fine. I did not dress up for Halloween, ladies and gentlemen. I had my apron on and my chef coat.
Oh, you were playing to be a chef.
And yes, I was playing. I was just imitating.
Perfect.
And we have 2 nights of parties at one of our restaurants that I will be at.
Will Jackie dress up? Did Jackie dress up?
She is.
I guess it's hard to talk about the future and the past.
Halloween person.
Got it.
She loves Halloween. She likes dressing up. She likes putting on wigs and painting her face. And she'll do it on a random Tuesday.
Oh,
okay. And you just never know.
Yeah. So you just walk into the house.
Yeah. And there'll just be a bin of wigs. And she'll just be like, wow, I was just bored. So, but yeah. And then you go into November. You think that's funny? No, one time we went to a dinner party, right, with some friends.
Yeah.
And she brought like 10 wigs in a bag and then just said, here, guys, I brought some wigs. And then everybody put them on and had a good time. So she goes, see, wigs are fun.
Did you wear a wig that day?
I put it on for a second and then my head started fucking itching. So then I said, we're done here.
Yeah.
Then you go to Thanksgiving. Right? It's all about Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, they have one little day, right?
Halloween has one day.
Yeah, I know, but there's like songs about Halloween and there's Halloween parties, right? There's no song about Thanksgiving.
I can't think of one.
You should write one. How about that?
Yes, I'm also a part-time songwriter.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm not busy.
Just whip your wand around and fucking make a song.
Yeah.
And then you go into Christmas, right? And then you have a month of Christmas, and then you go into New Year's, and then everybody gets depressed until the sun comes out.
True.
Cool. And that's how it should be. So that
article
is saying that
restaurants and hospitality, you should focus on kind of the early bird gets the worm kind of thing. Where
No, I'm
Okay.
trying to stay alive and stay afloat in this business. And whoever wrote that is not in this business.
Okay.
What's the next thing? Because I'm going to fucking throw your phone.
Clearly. Pasta to go, like pasta cups.
What do you mean?
Like when you get a slice of pizza,
Yeah.
you can now pasta in a to-go cup that you can just eat it while you're walking.
Okay. That's just a container to put your pasta in.
But it's more of like if you're eating pasta, you're sitting down and eating it. I'm not walking around with like a massive clamshell.
But if you have a small, like a pint-sized container,
this is like building concepts around this.
A pasta. Sure, let people do what they want.
Okay,
it's a containment. It's marketing.
Got it.
It's going to be some vodka sauce and some mozzarella.
So you're fine with that one. We got a 1 no for the holidays and a 1
fine.
yes for the pasta.
It's just containment.
Sure. Okay. Making it being a value-driven concept.
What do you mean?
Like larger portions for cheaper money. Or making the idea of perceived value, like free bread, which we all know I love, or free dessert, or
which you fucking hate even more.
Even worse, or buy one get one free, like the Maggiano's thing.
Here's the thing: the world right now.
Oh God.
Okay.
Careful.
And is not doing so hot.
Sure.
Right. We see it in restaurants. We see it, the pain at the pumps, and you go to the grocery store. Like I go to the grocery store and I'm like, holy shit! Like what's the price?
Because you're getting everything goddamn grass fed.
No, I'm not. No, I am not.
Cage free chickens.
I do get nice eggs.
See?
But it's one of those things where I get it, and there should be those options. I just can't stand that every single option every single restaurant has to have those options.
Sure.
Every single restaurant now has to be everything.
Sure.
Right?
I mean, I get it.
And that's what, if you're going to a value driven restaurant, like
sure.
Pizza Hut, Domino's, all that's what they do. Right.
But is that value driven or is that just convenience? Like, I think
that's value driven because then you get like a large pizza and then you get a one free and
sure,
a free 2 liter of RC Cola or whatever.
The one you get RC Cola, so that's
don't knock RC, man.
I hate RC.
Are you?
RC reminds me of because I don't like root beer. RC Cola tastes like root beer.
I can see it. I don't mind root beer. I'm not a big pop drinker. I don't drink a pop.
Soda.
Check what state you're in. Pop.
Soda.
Okay. And I'll drink that over like a Pepsi or a Coke, I think.
RC?
Yeah, man. You have an AOL email address. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, but I'm not drinking RC Cola.
Well, I really don't drink pop, so.
Soda.
Sody pop.
There you go. All right. So we have a no for the holidays now, a yes for the pasta, and then value, you're going to give it a yes or no?
I think it's fine. I mean,
so it's a yes.
It's basically people don't. We're everyone's struggling right now,
sure.
Right? So there needs to be options for people. So I'm not going to knock somebody for trying to feed their family.
Sure.
Not gonna do that.
But if you were a restaurant, I guess put yourself in the shoes of a restaurant. If you own a restaurant, would you be the person currently giving out like 50% wings on certain days of the week? Or
if it made sense,
okay,
you know what I mean. That's
so you're not knocking the idea of it.
Special, like that's just what happens.
What do you think about the Maggiano's buy one get one free?
See,
that's always.
I know,
but people go there for that.
They go there because it's value driven because the portion of pasta costs,
10 cents.
Right. The whole dish itself costs $2.75.
Right. And so you're selling that pasta dish for probably 32 and you're getting
32. They're not selling for $32 for pasta at Maggiano's?
Maybe even 20s. If you're doing for 20s. Let's just say that dish cost you $2.50 and you're giving them one to go, which is also $2.50. You spent $5 and you sold it for $28.
So yeah, your food cost is still fine.
Yeah. All right. So that's a yes.
Cool.
This next one, I just assumed we were still doing it. I didn't realize we ever stopped, but this became the thing to do this year. Celebrate people's anniversary and birthdays when they come in. Like, when did we get away from this?
Like writing happy anniversary on a plate or some shit?
Or just giving them like a cake with a candle in it. Like when
that's new?
That's apparently the thing to do.
Oh. So being hospitable.
Yeah, I don't know when that became the thing not to do.
No, yes, I think that should happen. I think that, or if they're going to buy a dessert, you somehow get a candle on there.
Yeah.
I will fucking say one goddamn thing though right now. Don't sing to me. Don't fucking clap. Don't just come over and say, hey, happy birthday. Hey, thank you so much.
Perfect. Next time it's your birthday, I'm just going to throw it at you.
Perfect. Just don't fucking sit there and sing. You know how I feel about karaoke.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't.
Were you at the bakery when they gave me my cake this year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the fucking head was 15 pounds.
It was a gigantic Falcor. Maybe if we can.
Well,
I'll send it to you so you can put it up on the YouTubes.
I got you.
But I appreciated it very much so because obviously Never Ending Story is one of my favorite. The Never Ending Story is one of my favorite movies. But I wasn't all about the clapping and the singing. Like we could have done without all of that. I don't like to draw attention to myself. You could literally have just left the cake on the table and I would have walked in.
It was a big ass cake. We needed to.
It was a full sheet cake.
It was massive.
Yeah.
Okay. So and it was beautiful.
It was very nice. It was very well done. But
Yes.
I just didn't need the attention on me. I knew it was my birthday.
Okay. The next time I'll get you a muffin and I'll put a candle in a muffin.
That's fine.
Okay.
Perfect. So yes to treating people's anniversaries.
Yeah, to be hospitable. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that yes, that's okay.
This one is controversial. I was either way on this one. It depended on the concept.
Okay.
Should you give guests time limit at tables?
All right. This one's
It could go either way.
yeah. So here's the thing. Okay. Margins right now in restaurants not good. Worse than ever.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're just sitting there
Yeah,
chilling,
and anyone listening that wants to invest or start a restaurant right now, don't.
just don't do it. Just give it a second.
Give it to the next decade.
Yeah, it's if you have somebody sitting there for 2 hours, right?
Okay.
And I hate to say this, like we are in the hospitality industry,
Sure.
but at a certain point we make money off of people.
Yeah.
That's what we do, right? We
Yeah.
are in the business of taking care of people, and that's how we make money. That's how we pay our bills.
Sure.
So if you have some dickhead just sitting there at the table for 2.5 hours, but they've only been spending money for, let's say, an hour,
Okay.
then you just lost,
Sure.
you lost an hour because roughly it's 1.5 hour turn times depending on the restaurant, right?
Sure.
If we're just using that. So you've already lost an hour.
Okay.
So yes, at a certain point, get up, right?
But what if
if it's a nicer restaurant,
like a fine dining?
a fine dining restaurant, or even like a Maggiano's, right? Okay, at the end, okay, you're spending $32 on a pasta. Yeah, they can sit there.
I've only been to Maggiano's once in my life.
Okay. Yes, at a certain point, yeah, you have to, because our margins are so
Sure.
tight now
Sure.
that we don't have any room for error. So I am sorry, unless you guys are sitting there and they've spent some money and things like that, or we have the space to spare.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, you just be like, but there's also nicer ways to do it. You don't have to be an asshole going up. Be like, all right, your time's up, leave. Like
Yeah,
we
yeah.
did that for 2 years with COVID. Like
Yeah.
we don't need to go back.
What
to
if it's like, because we have a couple of rooftop locations, and I get the idea of wanting to flip that, but if it's like a table of 12 people and they may be drinking all night, and I just like, where do you draw the line? Like,
and that's the thing. And like
I
it's-
get if you're coming to Roots Pizza and you're having a pizza and a pitcher of beer and that's all you've done for 2 hours. Okay. But like if you're a party of 12 college kids at our rooftop place, Utopian, and you're going to be there for the next 7 hours. Well, you probably shouldn't be there for 7 hours drinking, but cross-eyed by the time you'll be blind by the time you're done. But do you tell them as well, like, hey, it's a 2 hour,
well,
or
like,
can you
that's
go
the thing.
inside
Like,
now?
They're
or-
making, if there's 12 people, so you're making money. You made money on that space.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
So hopefully you're continuing to make money throughout their experience. Maybe it slows down,
Right.
if we're, doing our jobs, so we're not
serving them responsibly.
serving them responsibly. Yes. But I think that at a certain point, yes, like you just have to like take it on the chin.
Sure. That's fair. So we say yes to time limits.
Yeah. and
So far, this list has been pretty good because you've only had one disagreement.
All right. What's the next? I'm probably going to disagree with the next one. I don't know what it is.
Probably. Because I feel like this next one, I feel like you and I are very much not of the old school mentality, but of the mentality of like a lot of things don't need bells and whistles.
Mm-hmm.
So like this next one's about cookies. And it's like, for me, like the perfect chocolate chip cookie that's crispy on the outside and chewy in the middle, I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
An Oreo, I'm
Yep.
happy. Like this is talking about like cookies, the whole like 3 cookies stacked on top of each other.
It's like a fucking cake.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we don't need to do that.
Yeah.
You know why? Because it's sweet. and it's too sweet, and you can't taste anything.
But do you think
besides sugar?
do you think this trend and others like it have become more not required? Required might be the bad word, but we're going to go with required because of social media.
Yes.
Because of everyone
Yes.
everyone and their mother's an influencer.
Yes. Yes.
Because I do enjoy like I just said a chocolate chip cookie, a mudslide cookie, an oatmeal cookie, a peanut butter cookie. Like
what a terrible name.
Mudslide.
Mudslide.
You know what it is? It's like a triple chocolate cookie.
No, I know what it is.
Oh.
But the name is awful.
Well, I think it comes from the name of from the mudslide drink.
What mudslide drink?
There is a mudslide, like it's like an old like 80s drink, like the Grasshopper. There was a mudslide, and it was like chocolate and
it's just a gross name.
Oh, I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's whoever named it.
I don't want to tell you what I think about when I hear a mudslide.
You think of people pooping their pants.
I think of somebody shitting themselves like down the fucking street.
And just like the turd just rolling down.
No turd. Slide, like a slip and slide of poop.
Oh, like you've had bad
Disgusting.
food.
Yes.
Anyway, but I do enjoy a crumble cookie.
No, don't get me wrong. It's great. It's great. I want a sixth of it.
Oh yeah, 100%. Well, that's why they now sell the cutter. Like they've monopolized that whole thing. You have the cookie,
yeah, dude.
and then a dozen cookies, or the six pack, the flavors of the week. I think it's like $20 or $30 at this point.
It's expensive.
And then you can buy the cutter.
Yep.
That cuts it into six.
Yep.
And that's an additional $97.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can take a picture by the wall. But I mean, the product is great.
Here's the thing. Crumble cookie. The actual
the marketing is great.
Yeah,
all of that. Like I think that what they did, like leaps and bounds, blew Insomnia cookies out of the water.
Yeah, Insomnia cookies just had that they were open like 24 hours.
Correct. But like the crumble cookies marketed very well. The places are immaculate that I've been at, and the product is very, very good. Like very well made.
The issue that I have is that it's so sweet,
and they're very large,
and it's just massive.
But I do think that now they just came out with a mini version, like you can get the half size.
So it's just a normal cookie,
yeah,
with fucking buttercream and mudslide and fucking
But I think they sell them a little bit smaller now. But the people will go like, for those that are. I'm assuming everybody nowadays is on social media, but there are people that like their job. A part of their social media influencer job is to review those cookies weekly. How they still have two legs, I don't know, because diabetes has to have kicked in.
It's the first time I ever had it. My little sister was like, "Oh, you got to get these," and then she like showed me the Instagram and everything like that. And I was like, "Oh yeah, these are good." But like it's for me, it's just too sweet. Like I don't want a sweet dessert.
Have you had them without the frosting? Because I agree, the ones with the frosting a little bit sweet.
Scraped it off, and then you eat it, and you're like, "Cool." The cookie is
the cookie itself is very good.
Yes.
Yeah. So we feel like we don't need to go over the top. So this would be an X. This would be a no.
Well, I just get mad because at the end of the day, people just go over the top and then they actually forget how to make a fucking cookie.
Right. I also feel like now where we're coming up on a lot of the holiday seasons, like
that should have apparently started 2 months ago.
Yeah. Is that people have no concept of caloric intake anymore. During this time. And then everyone, for those that go to the gym pretty regularly, they're called the resolutioners. So January, the gyms are packed again for about 2 weeks, and then everyone kind of falls off again. But yeah, every year we got this cycle. Actually, when this episode airs, I will have finished a 15K.
Look at you.
Yeah, the hot chocolate run.
Yeah, you always do that.
Yeah. I've done a couple of half marathons. The 15K, the half marathons hurt. The next day, I'm struggling, but there's always like preparation that needs to happen beforehand, like because I've made the mistake of like not cutting my toenails, and then you run, and then like they gouge into your toe because you're just on your feet moving.
Oh, I don't want to hear about your fucking toenails. Ask me the next question. That's disgusting.
Okay,
your fucking toenails.
Anyone that runs religiously, please.
I didn't know we were fucking sponsored by Nike over here. Okay.
Okay,
we're a hospitality podcast,
right? And I would like to be in the hospitality industry by being healthy for the next 20 years.
Cool,
not
fucking clip your own
bedridden.
Clip your toenails in peace,
yes.
Or in your own the privacy of your own home.
I'm gonna clip my toenails on the next episode. Just put my feet up here.
I'll leave. I'll fucking quit.
For those that don't know, Christo has a phobia of feet.
They're just gross.
Yeah,
they're in shoes all day, socks, this, that.
What if you just come out of the shower?
Still, dude, I don't care.
Yeah.
I just don't. Everybody always asks me, like, and don't come for me, people. But like, Even my wife's feet. I don't.
You don't massage them.
No, I did do it in Greece though.
But how many pairs of socks did she need to have on?
No, she had just come out of the shower, and I said, "Cool, like I got you."
Wow.
Or it was in Spain or something like that. Her feet were swollen. We had been walking all day.
Wow, that's a big step. That's a big commitment.
You know, that's
like more than marriage.
That's almost a year. That's almost a year of marriage. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
right there,
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
You guys, you know.
She probably would agree that you probably gave the worst foot massage because you never give them.
No.
No, that it was not good?
No, I give good massages.
Okay. I'll ask her next time I see her. So we only have two no's now.
Two.
With the cookie and the holidays, Christmas in July. Maybe that's where it comes from.
Christmas in July.
Over the top French toast, like stuffing it with this, that, 4 or 5 tall. Like I'm a big fan of French toast more than pancakes.
Yes.
And so I love me a stuffed French toast.
I also
like
a French.
Compliments to the chef at IHOP.
I went to IHOP that one time.
Yeah, at 3 a.m.
It was like almost 5.
Yeah.
The stuff. Here's the thing. I do the stuffed French toast and things like that for different menus. It always goes over very well. I'm not a big sweet person for breakfast.
Would you do a savory French toast? Like a croque madame's French toast? Like stuff it with the...
You would consider that a French toast?
If you stuffed the brioche. Because you still got to put it in the egg mixture.
That's fair. Okay. All right.
And you're still supposed to hit it with powdered sugar.
All right. I'll allow it. I never considered it a French toast.
Like what if you did a brioche and then you stuffed it with like herb goat cheese and maybe asparagus? So I'm saying that would still be French toast.
I think so.
Yeah. I want to hear what people think. We always ask this and no one ever responds. So if you would be kind and actually just fucking respond. What do we think if croque madame and croque monsieur are considered French toasts?
They might be.
I think they are.
But it's a sandwich. It's still a sandwich.
No, I'm saying if you make it
if you make it into a French toast, if you just savory French toast.
So you don't cut the brioche in half all the way, you just slit it. And now is it a French toast? Fucking A, we're gonna be like splitting hairs here. So over the top French toast, yes or no?
Sure. Fine.
Okay, so we have 2 no's and 1 yes. This one was talking about, again, the idea of, I guess it would be a no, having to be over the top. Like the middle is boring. Like classics are boring.
I completely disagree.
So that's an X for you.
Yeah,
like 100%. An old fashioned can't just be an old fashioned. A gin and tonic can't just be a gin and tonic.
I get so mad that because people don't actually know how to just make the classics.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't know how to just make a nice sauce.
Sure.
Right? Reduced from the braising liquid or something like that. There's like got to be some other fucking shit going along with it.
Right.
Or know how to just properly. I just braised some pork shank the other day. You're going to
tell us about it.
You're going to try it at our next tasting. It was delicious. It was lovely. Sauce, touch salty. We'll figure it out. But I braised it in the oven. Classic.
Mm-hmm.
Took 2 hours and 45 minutes, right? Reduced the sauce or strained out the liquid, skimmed the fat, reduced the sauce, right?
Did you do it with veg?
Yes, but I strained out the veg.
Oh, you didn't pass them through the food mill?
I wanted it clean.
For those that you could do it the way Christo was doing it and then you reduce it, you could also take the mirepoix,
yes,
which is the carrot, celery, onion for those listening that don't know. And then you put them through the food mill, which I think is an underutilized, like talk about a one-hit wonder, but one that one needs.
Food mill, not a one-hit wonder.
What else? I mean, it's only made for passing things.
Yeah, what the fuck else are you going to do it?
I'm just saying, but it's a one-hit wonder.
I don't think that people use it enough.
That's what I'm saying. I think that like mashed potatoes,
yes,
sauces, apple butter, pear butter. So you then take you strain the veg out, and then you pass it through the food mill, and that actually thickens the gravy or the jus that you have just braised.
I used butter and reduction.
Cornstarch?
No corn. Get the fuck out of here with the cornstarch. Fucking PF Chang's.
Well, now I can never go to PF Chang's.
Well, it's like a Chinese food. It's a cornstarch. It works, but like
it's called a slurry.
A slurry, yeah. But like we're like, oh, here's this beautiful pork shank. Hold on, let me ruin the sauce with cornstarch.
But would you do it with a roux? Would you do it with nothing?
No, reduction.
Okay, sure. You know how to reduce, but now tell somebody else, a cook that has to do that. How do you tell them to like weigh it?
No, I would show them how to.
Sure,
fucking
no, I
reduce
get
the
that, but
sauce.
like for example, when I make port butter,
Yes.
it's a very specific recipe.
Oh, I know.
And so you have to reduce the port to a certain
Fuck-ass
weight.
recipe.
It's
Yes,
it's
I know.
delicious. Number one,
It is very.
It will be
good,
making
but
its way to
17 fucking steps.
It will be making its way to my TikTok soon as a new
Okay.
series I'm launching. Actually, you need to weigh it out. Like you reduce it and you're weighing it as you're reducing it.
Yes.
So like you can't mess that up.
Yes, this is a little bit different. A little bit more natural.
This is why I'm not a savory chef.
There's more. It's more fixed. Like I reduced your port butter. Like the bottle of port weighs the same amount, but like you don't know how much liquid is going to actually come out from after you strain it. You can gauge it, right?
Sure.
I had about 2 quarts liquid. Guesstimate. I reduced it down to just under 1.5. Mounted with a little butter, seasoned it with some vinegar, a little bit, black pepper. It was lovely.
Slurry.
No slurry. I really have a thing against slurry.
You should have passed the vegetables into it. Did you want to clear it?
I wanted it clear. I wanted it nice.
Yeah.
I wanted it real nice.
I see what you mean. Because I pass it when I like roast turkey, like for Thanksgiving, I pass it.
Different. I would do that, but like this,
I also don't like thick gravy on Thanksgiving.
I know exactly what you're talking. Where you just fucking spoon it.
Where it's just like it like fucking jiggles, like it's just like like snot.
That's your roux.
No, that's from the can.
Oh God. So I don't even know where we're at. You're yelling about sauces, classics. No, yeah, because people don't know how to just make a sauce.
So no to the being over the top. So that's 3 no's and 3 yeses.
No, because here's the thing. And I got a cookbook for my father-in-law for Christmas last year. Mm-hmm. Lovely
from
cookbook.
or for?
From.
Okay.
It's a lovely cookbook, and it shows about just basic fish preparation.
Sure.
Right. And it's a fantastic book. I actually just recently looked through it again, and the sauces and all the fish work is so simple, but it's done well. Like there is finesse.
Sure.
People have zero finesse now.
Sure. Yeah.
Like they have to put too many ingredients on the plate.
Yeah.
Or too many ingredients in the sauce.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they don't actually know what a true, like I said, like a true like reduced sauce is, or like what a chimichurri is, or how to properly just braise a fucking piece of meat or cook a piece of chicken. There's 10,000 steps, and you got your fucking air fryer, and you got your, I don't know, like even like I get it. I'm not knocking the rice cooker because but like know how to just make a fucking
pot of rice.
Yeah. So that
was a tangent.
Yep, there it is. You asked for it.
All right, so we got 3 no's and 3 yeses.
Yes.
All right, so we're down the middle here. Getting people will do like happy hour or like really start to wind down on Thursday, Fridays with some libations. Mm-hmm. Starting that on Monday, drinking every day, not getting trashed, but like going out and having a cocktail on Monday. Not for us. Remember, we're in the industry, so we do that.
Okay, who cares? Like,
but they're saying that this is they believe to be a trend that people are going to start drinking every day of the week. I disagree with that.
I need people to start drinking every day of the fucking week is what I need.
I think people are always going to think that like Monday is the beginning of the week. I got shit to do. Tuesday, and then like Thursday is going to be the day that I start drinking. Like happy hour is prevalent.
Yeah. No, yeah. That's
what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
But they're saying that be prepared that Mondays are going to be the day.
I fucking hope they're right. Whoever wrote that stupid list, I hope that they're right.
So you say yes to this?
That
you think this is going to be the new thing?
Oh, I don't know if it's going to be the new thing. I hope it's going to be the new thing.
So we got 4 with an asterisk and then 3 no's. Okay. Sandwiches are having a moment.
Okay. They're not having a moment.
Okay.
Sandwiches are one of the greatest food categories.
Agreed.
Okay. I fucking love a sandwich.
Agreed.
Hot, cold, sitting under sitting under a heat lamp for a couple hours and you still eat it. Don't care. It's still great.
Because the bread is literally like a razor blade.
And it just fucking cuts the roof of your mouth.
Yeah, no.
You've been there.
Oh, 100%.
Or it's like a toasted bread and then you've let it sit there because you got busy with service. And then now it's weirdly soggy. Still eat it. Don't care.
I mean, yeah, I'll eat any sandwich. I just don't think that they are having a moment.
Ooh, and then with like shredded lettuce and you toss
in a vinaigrette.
Oh God, fuck me up.
Are you a cold cut sandwich person?
I'll fuck up a cold cut sandwich. Yeah. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, homie.
What are your thoughts on a club?
What do you mean? Like a club sandwich?
Yeah.
With the triangles?
I love it.
All right, my dad's gonna get mad because he still does it. I
fucking love it.
Love it. Hate the little fucking.
Oh, that's the.
It's too big. It's too much.
No,
and then it
it's not.
falls
What kind of
apart.
size bread are you using?
The club bread is supposed to be fucking bigger,
well, it's about
right?
this big, yeah. But then it comes with a frilled toothpick and the fries in the middle. Oh my god!
My dad still does it. Okay,
John, I'll be there tomorrow.
all right, but like it's one of those things. Like just eating it is like kind of annoying. Just cut it in half and I'll fuck it up.
No,
right?
no.
It's a BLT, right?
It's not a BLT.
It's basically a BLT
A club
with turkey on it.
Correct. And it needs to have 3 pieces of bread.
Yes,
that makes it a club.
Yes, I know. It has 3 pieces of bread.
Yeah.
Yes, we know.
For those that don't know, if you do not have 3 pieces of bread, it is not a club.
It's just a sandwich.
It's just a sandwich.
There it is.
But like a turkey club with house roasted turkey, mayonnaise, or a little, make it house made aioli. I don't do tomato, but lettuce, bacon. I do some red onion on it.
Mm-hmm.
I do the lettuce, and I toss the lettuce in a little bit of vinaigrette. Or I actually like the brand Beano.
What's that?
Isn't
that like a thing for heartburn or something?
No, it was a thing for gas, but but it was called Beano, and I think it's called Beano. I'm going to correct if I'm not, but it's a submarine sandwich dressing.
Oh, got it.
I think it's called Beano. I don't know.
Those I'll fuck those up too. Those are great.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make it at home in 30 seconds, but when you buy it and it's ready to go,
But yeah, Beano.
Beano.
I think it's called Beano, but if you go, this may be a specific brand, but if you just go to the sandwich, the condiment aisle, it's usually at the top.
Or just a deli.
No, the deli doesn't have it.
They usually have like a little,
they don't
like
have
a display
it
case.
I know, but they don't have it there.
Oh, that specific
one. That brand.
Submarine dressing for heartburn and gas.
Yeah, but it's at the top and it has like a red cap and it comes in like a bottle that has a nozzle.
Yeah.
What do you guys, since we're going on sandwiches and there's only one left fast food chain there's a couple, but there's only one in Chicago. Fast food, Subway.
Subway?
Mm-hmm.
I eat Subway. There's one by me, or a lot of them that are open 24 hours.
Sure.
So sometimes I'm like, dude,
you just need something to eat.
I need something to eat, like a long shift or whatever,
right.
like a night out.
Yeah,
sometimes you're like,
cheese isn't going to do it.
No. Like here's the thing: Cheesy's always does it, but
right.
like you can't have Cheesy's more than once a week.
Then you'll have a mudslide.
then you will be mudsliding down Clark. Sometimes you just need a Subway sandwich.
Yeah.
I am. I'm not knocking Subway. They do a great job. They know what they do.
Yeah.
But we all know it's not the best.
No, and I will say that
it's still fast food.
Sure. Yeah, but I'm thinking of like, if you're like budget conscious, like just go to the deli. Like, I mean, like if you want to make stuff at home, like sandwiches are inexpensive. Like, because I don't buy the deli meats that are already cut. Like I don't get the Oscar Mayer.
No.
For like whatever the hell the brand
I know
is.
what you're talking about.
I go to the deli.
Yeah.
Like I wait in line. I try not to go on the weekend because it's like now serving number 1 and you're number 152. So I go during the week. But I get my cheese slice there. I don't buy sliced cheese.
And I'm the fucking bougie one?
I mean, it's the same thing. I just rather it just not be sitting in a package. If I do get the sliced, it's the one that they sliced, the deli slice, and it comes in their packaging. But I don't. I mean, I'll do a craft single if I need to, but I prefer not even craft. Like
I can't do it.
I do like the other package, like the Lucerne is the brand, I think, or that's lotion. I don't know. But
that Eucerin is the lotion. Lucerne is the dairy brand. Yes,
perfect. So yeah, I just prefer because I don't do ham.
Really?
I hate ham.
Since when?
I don't like ham.
Really?
I don't like just ham. Ham grosses me out. Like deli ham grosses me out.
Hold on.
Or like
what about like a charcuterie, like pork products, like
that's
that?
fine. Like a capicola or a
Prosciutto,
salami. Yeah, that's fine. It's ham.
Just fucking ham.
It's just like because number one, it comes like. Okay, I'm gonna go on a tangent now. It's like got that weird like rubberized skin on it. It's like brown. No pig is that color ever, and it's like shoe leather. And then like you've ever cut a ham and then it's got like holes in it. It's like leaking. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, it's like
the congealed.
That's the shitty ham though.
But even if you buy a ham with a bone in it, like just the fact of like. Don't even get me started on the fucking pineapple and a goddamn maraschino cherry. Like, what the fuck are we?
The 70s were a weird time, man.
There had to have been a lot of blow in the 70s.
Yes, sir.
It's like the fucking ham with the pineapple and the fucking cherries and the Jello molds.
Yes.
Like, no. Get the fuck away from me with that shit. Like if I refuse to go to a house that has a ham, if there's something else to eat besides the ham, but if your claim to fame is your fucking Aunt Gertha's fucking ham, do not invite me, please. Don't.
If somebody's name is Gertha, I apologize. I apologize to them.
I just don't invite me.
Okay.
If you have something else besides the ham, because I also don't want to go to someone's house at Thanksgiving and just eat the fucking sides. Like, I'm thankful if you don't serve that ham. That's what I'm thankful for this year.
Oh my God. I'm going to fuck with you now. I'm going to get some ham.
No. Or like people that get the ham in the can. Not Spam, but that I won't do either. But like the one that comes in like that weird, like it's not a shape.
No, we're not doing that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know what you're talking
and
about.
you know that people have done that.
People eat it. People can get a chicken out of a can, a whole ass chicken.
Where?
Google it, motherfucker. Chicken in a can. It's a whole chicken. It shits out of the can.
No.
In its juices.
No.
Yes?
Nasty.
Congealed.
That grosses me out.
Yep.
No.
You think your fucking ham is gross?
No.
Congealed ass chicken.
No.
Look it up. Google.
And it's like you don't have to cook the whole turkey either. Like I just cook the turkey breast on the bone.
Mm-hmm.
You just get order the turkey breast because I don't do dark meat. It's not. I understand why people like it because it's juicier or whatever. Sure. I just don't like it.
You also like boneless wings, so
I do like boneless wings. Don't knock it. I like chicken breast.
It's the same fucking thing.
That's what I'm saying. Chicken breast.
It's just little pieces of it. It's not a boneless wing. It's a chicken tender.
I mean, I'm not the one that named it. That's what we call it. It's boneless.
Stupid. Oh man,
Okay.
You want to know what fucking irks me is boneless wings.
Okay. I'm not going to go down their path.
Yeah. Sandwiches are not having a moment. Sandwiches have always been cool and will always be cool.
Got it.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
So we have 4 and 4. It was a tie down the middle on this, and that
was the last one.
That was the last one.
So yeah, no, sandwiches are they've always been cool.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say about that. Forrest Gump.
And you can have a sandwich for every meal.
Yes, you can.
Like you have an egg sandwich or you have lox.
Oh, fuck.
I
Opt
don't.
some lox,
I
dude.
don't.
You don't like salmon. We know.
I don't know. I don't like cured salmon. I have this thing about because I just don't think I grew up with it, and I just never acquired a taste for it. Like sushi, I don't eat raw fish.
We know.
I don't know if I've ever said it on this show.
Oh, I know.
You know, I don't.
Because we never want to go sushi. Maybe
you can. I don't mind going to a sushi place as long as they have like a shrimp roll. Like I'll find stuff to eat there, but like, don't ask me to eat the fucking fish. Lord knows when it was killed, and and Lord knows what kind of worms I'm going to get from it.
Oh man. Oh, like I had a scallop roll. That was good.
So that I might eat.
Like raw scallop.
I would prefer if it was got a sear on it, but like, yeah, there's just I don't know, because I've also broken down enough fish in my life
and seen the worms.
Like for those that don't know, like usually like if you buy a whole halibut full of worms.
Yes, that's true.
Which is why most people just buy halibut fillets because they let the people do it. But like so, if you really kind of know what goes into it, and it's just off-putting for me.
I get it, but it's nature.
Sure, but you don't go around eating raw shrimp.
The texture's weird.
Or raw crabs, like no one's gnawing into it. Like there's certain things you just don't like. Since the invention of fire, can we cook our food, please? Like, goddamn, we can send people to the moon and back, but we can't cook our fish.
Well, we can land the motherfucker now too.
We were talking about this the other night. I actually, just because of everything that goes on right now, like with AI this and AI that, I literally thought that was just a video in reverse, not realizing that it was actually happening in live. That thing was coming back and parking its ass. Because you just don't think that as far as we've gotten, you just don't think that we have gotten that far, if that makes sense. Like as far as we've gotten in technology, I never thought that we would have gotten as far as where like this thing comes back and like Tesla's its ass back into.
Is that a verb now?
Tesla's
its ass.
Yeah, where like it drives itself back in. It's wild.
It's cool. Should we do our 86 and get out of here?
Yeah, do you got one?
Yeah, I have one.
Okay, good. Perfect. Go ahead. Take us away. What are you 86ing? And it better not be anything to do with a wand.
It's not a wand.
Or a ham in a can.
It's something that happened to us the other night. Okay.
Well, like recently the other night?
Recently, like fresh.
Like 2
Saturday.
days ago the other night?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Because I don't know what it is.
Oh, you do because I complained about it when I came back. Okay, so you go to a restaurant or a bar,
yeah.
and some of these Chicago bars They stack the urinals, right? They're really close.
Or urinals, as people call them in London.
Urinals?
Urinals.
Stop it. Oh, God. It's like aluminium.
Well, that's because they spell aluminum differently in London. There's an extra U, I think, or an extra M.
No, I think.
No, I'm telling you, it's spelled differently. Look it up.
Okay. I'm 86ing using your phone at the urinal when you're shoulder to shoulder with another dude.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree with you.
okay. Like, I was over there doing my thing, minding my own.
Yeah.
And we were shoulder to shoulder.
Sure.
Right.
Okay. I have a question just because I got to lay the scene here. Were all the urinals full?
Yes. This guy came in.
Because it wasn't like one that like there was like 3 open and he came right now. Because that's
or like there was no dividers or anything.
I'm saying because that's like very faux pas. For those that don't know, there is urinal or urinal
etiquette,
yes. Where like if there's several urinals open, you leave the one in between open.
And this man proceeded to read text messages, but we were so close that I could read the text messages while me just looking down.
This is why phones are nasty.
There it is. That's another thing. Like
just the air. Like I don't like to even breathe in bathrooms.
Didn't wash his hands.
Yeah, well that's
okay. And then, all right, it's one of those things where it's like you just feel like, and with everything going on, people record like dudes recording women on the street and things like that. It's gross. I don't need you fucking taking a picture of my pulaki. Okay.
Your what?
My pulaki.
Well, you would have known. He would have had to zoom in significantly.
Tell you where you can shove your fucking elder wand. There it is. That's where dick jokes.
Yeah, well,
really, that's where we're at. Dick jokes.
It's been a couple of weeks. No, I agree with you. I think that get in and get out.
Get in, wash your hands.
Well, I'm saying, but like get in, and, like out. Do your thing. Like go pee, go take a shit, do whatever you have to do. Wash your hands and get out of the bathroom. Like there's a line. Number one, everyone like I wash.
You're okay there?
Yeah, I wash my hands when I go to the restroom, but it's also like I know to grab the paper towel and like open the door with it. Because how many people, like to your example, Exhibit A with this gentleman, didn't wash his hands, and so now he went to go touch the fucking door handle.
Could have taken a picture of my pulaki all at the same time,
scratching his balls after he was in the urinal.
Oh God! So yeah, I'm gonna 86 that. It is just like common courtesy, my guy.
Agreed. Yeah, right? I mean, I just think there's just don't take your phone out in the bathroom.
Correct.
That's just weird.
Yes.
Wash your hands.
Yes.
And follow the proper urinal.
You gotta stop. Just say urinal.
Urinal etiquette.
Okay.
The worst is when they start a conversation with you. It's like, dude, I'm here to focus.
Yes.
So I don't piss on myself.
Yes.
Because some of those urinals, like depending if you're tall or short, I'm a pretty tall individual. Like they're really low.
Yes.
And so they're just splashing everywhere.
Yes. And it's gross.
Yeah. And then some of them, it is a mess. It's not like just a toilet where you're sitting on.
No.
There's like, you got to think about it. You got to think about what you're doing.
And I'm not sitting. To shout out to all the women out there that got to sit on nasty toilet seats or squat or crouch over there. Okay, I'm more power to you. I am really sorry. All right, take us home.
Oh, really? I'm really enjoying this talking about your bowel movements and your small bird.
Take us home.
Perfect.
It's pulaki.
Your pulaki, got it. All right. So, whatever. Thanks for listening tonight. You can catch us on the social media. Chef May I Call Podcast on both TikTok and Instagram. Chef May I Call Podcast on YouTube. Email us at chefmaycallpodcast@gmail. Don't forget to watch Harry Potter Wizards of Baking. It'll be on Food Network and HBO streaming. Yeah,
and that's about it.
Yeah,
let's hope Tex wins, guys. He doesn't fucking embarrass me.
Oh, okay. You embarrass me with your little pulaki every day, whatever the hell it's called. See you later, everybody.